Khilji, who were the second in order of the Delhi Sultanate after the slave dynasty, had the founder Jalaluddin Khilji. Now, Jalaluddin Khilji was in power for 6 years. His only major development was the raid over Devagiri, or which was also the Daulatabad, the present region in Maharashtra. And this raid was not conducted by Jalaluddin, the founder of Khilji dynasty himself, but his nephew and also his son-in-law, and he was Alauddin Khilji, one of the most popular and well-known leaders of the Khilji dynasty. So later, when Jalaluddin wanted to actually congratulate Alauddin Khilji, his son-in-law and nephew, at that point Alauddin Khilji killed Jalaluddin and rose to power. The nephew and the son-in-law of Jalaluddin Khilji, Alauddin Khilji, rose to power. As we know, he raided the fort of Daulatabad, returned back to Jalaluddin with lots of wealth, and finally was the one responsible to kill Jalaluddin, and Alauddin Khilji then rose to power. During the time of Alauddin Khilji, we have seen numerous systems that developed. Dag and Chera are some of the most renowned systems that were popular even till the time of Mughal Empire, and that we have studied again in Mughal Empire how these systems were revived. So Chera, which was the grant for the soldiers, and Dag, which was the rebranding of the horses, was done under Alauddin Khilji. The idea was this is an act to stop the substitution of thoroughbred of horses, and this would help in identification of the actual breed, and therefore Dag and Chera became one of the major systems under Alauddin Khilji. Next was his well-known revenue system. The revenue system was very important. Now, also during his time, gifts were given to the noble as land, but the property was taken by the government. Drinking in public was prohibited. Marriage parties were prohibited. He developed a very efficient spy system, and for that he paid taxes. The taxes were paid by the nobles regularly to him. Also, there was the period where the nobles within the court started to rebel. Some of the major reasons for the rebel of the nobles within the court was the social gatherings, the drinking, and the habit of accumulating wealth. As we said, his idea was to have a good revenue system. In order to have a good revenue system, strong army was maintained and revenue was refixed. So it was collected strictly, it was refixed to new limit, and the areas which were more fertile had to pay more. For example, Ganga Yamuna Doab was the area which had to pay half of its produce as the tax, and therefore a huge amount came in the pockets of the Khilji dynasty or the Alauddin Khilji, which was spent for maintaining good army and an efficient spy system. Grains and agriculture definitely developed during that time. As we said, with the help of the funds that were raised, huge army could be maintained. He also had a good control over the market system. No overpricing could be done. All the markets were supervised, and the prices for all the essential goods and commodities were fixed. There was a strict check on each of the traders, and all the revenue that was collected was spent ultimately where? Was spent on the army again, and it was an indicative of the economic reforms that were done under Alauddin Khilji. Now, art and architecture also prospered during the time of Alauddin Khilji. Two of the major people were Amir Khusro and Amir Hassan during the time of Alauddin Khilji. He is known to have numerous developments. For example, Alai Darwaza near Qutub Minar, then Alai Minar, which was started by Alauddin Khilji, the town of Siri near Delhi, which was established by Alauddin Khilji, and the Great Royal Bath, which was Hauz Khas, which is also present in Delhi, the region of Hauz Khas as of now. So those were the developments that were witnessed under Alauddin Khilji. He had a progressive attitude for all the reforms, and he did not wanted that religion and state affairs should by any chance interfere. Now, under his rule, Malik Kafur was the most ablest of the persons, and Malik Kafur's story is further interesting. So what happened was, Alauddin Khilji raided Gujarat, and when he raided Gujarat from the port of Cambay, he brought a slave, and he was Malik Kafur. Malik Kafur was bought for 1,000 dinars during that time, and therefore his name was Hazar Dinari. Now, Hazar Dinari or Malik Kafur turned out to be the most trusted general under the rule of Alauddin Khilji. Now, with Malik Kafur coming to power, there was a series of invasion that started in India. But even before that, when Alauddin Khilji raided Gujarat, it was under Ulugh Khan and Nasrat Khan, and whole of the state was plundered, and with him came Malik Kafur. Now Malik Kafur, as he became one of the most trusted general, he started his journey from Delhi, moved to the region of Ranthambore, Chittor, Mandu, Dhar, and moving further south, occupying the regions of Deccan. So in Daulatabad, which was under the Yadavas, Warangal, which was under the Kakatiyas, Hosalyas, who occupied the region of Dwar Samudra, and Pandyas, who occupied the region of Madurai, were all the regions that were invaded under Malik Kafur. So this was the path that Malik Kafur followed. And when it comes to the region of Deccan, the Yadavas, Kakatiyas, Hosalyas and Pandyas, he did not annex any of these regions, but he actually realized annual tribute from the regions of southern states. Coming on to the regions of north, the region of Gujarat was already under power, and it was raided in 1299. Later on, there were raids that were done in Ranthambore. In Ranthambore in 1301, Chittorgarh in 1304. Now Chittorgarh's story is again interesting. During that time, under Chittorgarh, Rana Ratan Singh was the king of Chittor, and Rani Padmini, who was known for her beauty, was the queen. Now, Alauddin Khilji wanted Rani Padmini to be part of Alauddin Khilji's dynasty. So what he did was, he did a trick and captured Raja Ratan Singh. However, with the help of Jaimal and Fatah, Rani Padmini was able to get hold of Rana Ratan Singh again. However, Alauddin Khilji did not stop. He invaded Chittorgarh again. Rana Ratan Singh was defeated, but Rani Padmini actually committed Jauhar in order to protect herself, and that was an act that had been a historically important one. Later on, the regions of Mandu, Ujjain, Dhar, Chanderi were all occupied and slowly and gradually annexed by Alauddin Khilji under Malik Kafur. Also, we have seen that all the states of Rajasthan, the regions of Ranthambore, Chittor did not submit to him, but later he conquered the region of Malwa, and once he was able to conquer the region of Malwa, he was believed to be the real master of North India, and Ujjain, Dhar, Chanderi, Mandu, as we said, were all occupied as part of his proposition. So those were the developments that we witnessed under Alauddin Khilji. Alauddin Khilji's impact have been very important and historic in the Khilji dynasty. Next to Khilji dynasty was the Tughlaq dynasty.